Alright? So we've had a look at the editorial section of Gamefan October 1995 issue. That was the interesting, intriguing, big chunk of the magazine that took up a lot of time. So we'll leave that as its own video. And now we'll take a look at some of the rest of the contents of the magazine. No better place to start than the front cover. So we'll start at the front cover. Now there is a reason that I like this magazine in particular, and it's because they covered Neo Geo. You can see here, look, Neo Geo. Actually, let's look at the consoles they covered. Super NES, Genesis, so Mega Drive, Sega CD, Mega CD, 32X, Saturn, Neo Geo, Jaguar, 3DO, PlayStation and PCFX. That is a good selection, that. But it was quite rare to have Neo covered in magazines, and that's why I liked it. Not much to say about the front of the magazine, so I'm not going to say much about the front of the magazine. It's got Vector Man on the front, there you go. Now, looking back here, 1995, at the adverts for video games, I wasn't impressed. I didn't really like many of them at all. So let's take the very first one you get to. It says Super Mario World 2, and then down here on the pack shot, it says Yoshi's Island. Okay, fair enough. But that might be a little bit confusing for people, thinking, what am I getting here? What am I looking at here? Tiny little pack shot, tiny little screenshots of the game, and then down here, here, some pot of crap. What is that, a pot of baby food or whatever? Play it loud baby food. What's that? And then if you want to have a look at the rest of the advert, the bit that takes up the most real estate is this chunk here. And what is it? It's just a baby's room smashed up. And you're going to use all this space for that and have tiny little pack shot and tiny little screenshots. Crap, 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 crap. I mean, what's this game like? What are the graphs like in this game? Any good? Crap. I mean, look at this advert. Look at that. A whole page dedicated to same great taste, 2 new convenient platforms. And a wasp smashing up someone's tongue. Yeah, I mean, you know. Anyway, let's have a look. So these top 10 lists, I thought these were quite good. So you get a reader's top 10. Let's just have a look roughly at what's going on here. So a reader's top 10. Number 1 is Donkey Kong Country on the SNES. Then you've got a reader's most wanted. And the most wanted is Killer Instinct on Ultra 64. More on Ultra 64 later. Developer's top 10. The developer this month is Seth Mandelson of Boss Studios. You know, this fella here. So the developer's top 10, he's tried to be a little bit more non-run-of-the-mill, and he's gone for Dracula XX on the Super Famicom. I guess SFC Super Famicom, so Japanese SNES. Let's have a look at this. Editor's top 10, and then it has for each, you see these little cartoony blokes, for each one of these editors, it has their top 10. So let's just have a look at their number 1s. Ray Earth on the Saturn, Yoshi's Island on the SNES, 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 Yoshi's Island on the SNES. Alright, Yoshi's Island on the SNES then. What else is going on in here? Another terrible ad. This is alright, this is bad. Can you connect the dots? This is good though. It tells you it's 64-bit, tells you the price, shows you the machine, tells you a few of the games on them. Bit tight, but you know. So let's have a look. Right, viewpoint. I mean, it's. I don't really get this that much. The size of this font here is way too small. It's not set out very well, and I think it's confusing. That's what I think about this, because if you have a look across here, right. Okay, so Nova Storm on the PlayStation. So if I carry on across, what am I on now? Still on Nova Storm? Well, no. I'm on Street Fighter movie. So I've now got to go this way. So I don't like this layout. It's crap. But I do like the fact that there's scores for games. But this is too tight. Now, I have no idea. I'm older now. I have no idea if I could have read this back in the day. I have no idea. But I tell you what, I can't read it now. I'll tell you that much. I can't read it now. Oh, more of it. Going on to the next page. Let's have a look at this advert here. A massive amount used for this statement. Build it and they will come, then you can kill them, right? Not graphs. a little bit of graphs, and then I've got to know what this game is called by this tiny pack shot, or I've got to read this and go, forget about Field of Dreams with The Horde. Another poor advert. Look at that tiny pack shot. Look at these tiny... Look at this. Terrible. Oh. I don't like the adverts in this. I mean, I barely know that it's for Street Fighter 2 on the Game Boy. Look at that. What's that? If you're going to fight, do it outside. Well, I like that because it's saying do it outside. You can take the game with you. Handheld version. Brilliant. Okay, so Hocus Pocus. Tips and tricks, cheats, codes. I used to like things like this a lot. I really did like this tips and tricks stuff back in the days. Probably one of the best sections in any magazine. Very, very good. So they've got it here. It's called Hocus Pocus. Well, let me see. Again, it's too small. But it does say here... Oh, let's have a look. Let's see if I can read it. Okay. So, the first prize will receive a free game console of his or her choice. A free console, that's brilliant. So you've got to submit your cheat codes. The cheat codes can't be printed anywhere else before. They've got to be original. And look, they're classic ones, up, down, left, right, A, B, C, 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 and all that. They're brilliant. Right? And the first prize will get a console. A 3DO, a Jaguar, Sega CD, Genesis, or a Neo. What a brilliant first prize. Second prize will win a free Gamefan t-shirt, the game of his or her choice, and a 1-year subscription. That ain't crap. And then the third prize, a t-shirt and a 1-year subscription. Brilliant, brilliant prizes, I think. I think they're good. So that's a good section. This Street Fighter Alpha endings. Street Fighter Alpha endings. Okay, Rayman breaking into the next generation. I suppose if they're just letting me know, that's fine. Okay, well let's just take another look at one of these adverts. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. So we can see it's for Mortal Kombat 3. What the flip is this crap? What a terrible advert. No pack shot. No graphs. No release date. No nothing. Just a load of crap. Terrible, I think. PlayStation Nation. Alright. The idea of the layout is good. And it's the sort of thing I'd try and do. Right? But it don't really work, does it? It's messy. It's messy. I love the idea of using the real logos for the games. I like the idea of it. But the result, it's just not very good, is it? Because look at that colour, purple on purple, so you can barely read it. Blue on blue, purple, different, well, purple and purple, I don't know, whatever. But you can't really read it. There's no format of where the images and the game title is. You know, sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's over there. Sometimes the title's next to the review. Sometimes the title is down below the review. So I like the idea in principle, but this review page of PlayStation Nation, nice that it's got its own title, I think it's crap. I actually do. I think it's a mess. How about that? Now we're on to, still PlayStation Nation. So reviews, previews. Previews still on PlayStation. That's clear. Another review. So we've got review, preview. I'm not sure about that. What else we got here? Look at this. Another advert. Look at that. 4x4 Anarchy. Canyon shredding. Kill. I mean, what's the name of this game? Oh, here we go. A tiny little pack shot again. Off-world Interceptor Extreme. Terrible. Now we're on to Saturn Sector. So, I'm not sure I like these reviews. You can't see what they think of the games at a glance. Where's the score? Where's the score? So, look, I mean, I used to like this magazine, but what is going on here? Right? Where is the score? There's no score here. Oh, it's a preview. All right. Okay, review. Here's a review of Rayman on the Saturn. But what does he think of it? So I've got to read this to find out. And honestly, I don't like it. Street Fighter movie. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, okay. I mean, 2 pages that got. Okay. Look at this advert now, right? For Chrono Trigger on the Snez. Look at this. And this is nice, can't deny it. You know, nice bit of, not amazing artwork, but it's okay. But it's got a couple of graph shots, and then the pack shot over here in the bottom right hand corner turns on its side. Why? Why have I got to read it this way? Why is it not turned? What is that? Who came up with that idea and who agreed it? Crap. 3D Ozone. So you had Sega Sector, PlayStation Nation, 3D Ozone. And it's a preview. Alright. So, have a look at this advert here. Just mowing dudes down. Alright, well, what's the game? What's the game? What is the game? Icebreaker? I don't know. I mean, I think so. I think that says Icebreaker on that pack shot. Another terrible advert. Okay, 3DO. Gamers Day. Okay, we'll read that. On Friday, 11th of August, this bit here, the 3DO Co. opened its doors to one of the most spectacular events we've ever attended, the 3DO Gamers Day. One editor from each game mag was invited to the gala event. First, we got to sample a host of brand new 3DO games, which are all later this year. After rapping with 3DO CEO Trip Hawkins and touring the facilities, it was the start of Surf and Turf, Steak and Lobster dinner, accompanied by a spectacular live jazz band. Terrible. Thanks for everything. Okay. Alright, yeah, quite good. Again, a little look back in time. Alright, let's have a look at another advert. Alright? Have a look at another advert. The lucky ones. Okay, look, okay. What's this game, please? What is it? D. Okay, the game is D. But it don't show nothing. Rubbish. So, we're in the 3DO bit still. Previews. Primal crap. Jaguar's domain. Okay, Jaguar's Domain is an absolutely weed section. Just one preview of a brilliant game, Dragon's Lair. Okay, let's have a look. Don't get mad, get pooed. Look at that terrible advert. Terrible design. These graphics, screenshots are too dark. Can't see nothing. More crap ads. Oh my god, look at this advert. Look at this. We were warned heads would roll if our new game didn't redefine the entire fighting game genre. You're using all this space for that. A big... Hello. Hello. A big load of black with white writing on. What? That's it. Powered by Namco. 3 screenshots. What's the game called? So you want me to read what this is called? What's the game called? Why would it not tell me what the game's called? Look. Look at that. Tiny little screenshot. Crap advert. 32x. A weed section. Doesn't really have a clever name either. Just says 32x. So, you know, the other ones had PlayStation Nation, Jaguar's Domain, Sega Sector. 32x. Couldn't think of something. Do I like this or not? This Patience is a Virtua. I don't know if I do or not. Yeah, I don't think I do. Right, okay. I actually wish I had this. I wish I had this. Virtua Fighter training pack. But I ain't got it. Another crap advert. Feed the machine. What is that, a fork? You plug it in and it spins round. Diagnosis games. It's just a big mess. Sega Game Day. This is quite good. Another one like the 3DO one. Welcome to Sega, where the itineraries are long and the days are short. Okay. Brilliant. Anyway. Look at the state of it. Now, this is interesting here. we should stop and we shall take a little look at this. So this is interesting. It's Ultra 64 and brings back a memory. Remember when the N64 was called the Nintendo Ultra 64? Well, here's some evidence of it. And a reminder along with the logo. Remember, this is 1995 and the N64 wasn't released until 1996. So at this time, it was going to be called Nintendo Ultra 64. But eventually, it was renamed. Just as N64, Nintendo 64. So we know that now, right? So it's good. This is why I like looking back at this stuff. Before the N64 console was released, there was an arcade board version that did keep the Ultra 64 name. Killer Instinct and Cruis'n USA, they were released as Ultra 64 games in the arcade. And it even had an advert in the intro saying the games would be available later on Nintendo Ultra 64. So there's a bit of history there. It said something like, you know, available in your home on Nintendo Ultra 64. So, yeah, that's a bit of history for you there.
Available for your home in 1995, only on Nintendo Ultra 64.
Coming to your home in 1995, only on Nintendo Ultra 64.
Okay, in development. Well, why is in development different to previews? What's the difference between an in development game and a preview? Both games that ain't out and ain't finished yet, ain't they? Alright, in development again. Oh my god, here's another crap advert. Screw the Prime Directive, if it's on radar, it's toast. Tiny little pack shot. These Crystal Dynamics ads are really bad. Really bad. Next, we've got more Saturn reviews. Well, I don't understand. I thought we've had PlayStation games in development. We had Ultra 64, so that's all mixed up. What happened to the Sega Sector? Why is this? Why have I got? I don't understand why I'm now on Saturn again. That is pretty weird. Okay. Yeah, all right. Saturn reviews, brilliant. This is what it was all about. This is what it was all about. Chips and bits here. Look, call them. Gives you an idea of the games and what they're worth and all that and how much. Brilliant. Now, why have I got another PlayStation review? We've already had the PlayStation Nation section, haven't we? What's going on? Another review for Philosoma. I don't get it. And now I've got... What's happened here? Another PlayStation. What happened to PlayStation Nation? Now I've got Nick Rox's PlayStation previews. What? I don't understand it. This mag is all over the gaff. Reviews, previews. Crap. And I used to like it. Anyway, what's this now? Another really bad advert. Look at this. This one's for Snez game. Shot of the console. Tiniest shot. So it's Killer Instinct. Brilliant. And again, this same method of having a big load of the section taken up by text that don't mean nothing. It don't tell you nothing about the game. Hey, look, got all this space and you've abbreviated Killer Instinct to KI. Terrible. Weed pack shot, weed images, terrible advert. Right, Yoshi's Island. Yeah, okay. That's the one that we're all going nuts about, wasn't it? Massive section on this. Snez, alright, so we're on Snez reviews now. Nice. Yeah, Dracula X. Previews on Snez. Yeah, no problem. All makes sense. Sega Sector. We've had the Saturn Sector already. Now I've got a Sega Sector, which has got Mega Drive reviews in it. And why not put the Saturn, the 32X and the Mega Drive all in the Sega Sector? Why'd I have a Saturn Sector? Now I've got a Sega Sector. Oh, you might go, oh, well, you know, 16-bit versions. But it makes no sense to me. Because now I've got Mega Drive. Well, you know we had 32X earlier. If it's just Mega Drive, then call it Mega something. No, it's got Sega CD in it and all lot Mega CD and all just crap. Now look, this has ended up being a review of the magazine, and it was never meant to be. You know, and I'm actually saying it's crap. Right. Yeah, now we can tell it's an American magazine because look, it's got its own Gamefan sports section. They love the sports, don't they? There, right? Separate sports section. I mean, terrible. Terrible. Yeah, I mean, real bad section for me, that. Another crap advert. Look at this. And I've got another PlayStation. Oh no, because it's in the sports. Okay, I accept that one. Quarter Crunchers. Right, arcade. Brilliant. Well, this is good because it's got Metal Slug, Neo, Polestar, Neo, Kabuki Clash, Neo, and a nice review. Look at this. See, I told you they covered Neo in here. Oh man, my one and only King of Fighters 95. Look at this. What an amazing game. Bloody brilliant. Absolutely loads of Neo games in this section. Loads of screen. This is more like it. Even so though, I still don't like the reviews because I don't know what he thinks of this. As in, where's the score? Yeah, nothing. Alright, so I had a load of Neo in the Quarter Crunchers. That's good. Yeah. The Tekken 2 mid-bosses. What a strange article. Well, move list is good though. That was a good thing to have. In development for the PlayStation. Final Fight Tough. What is that? It's Final Fight 3, I think, isn't it? What is this? E-Fan. Entertainment Fan. So it's just stuff to do with cartoons and movies and TV and stuff like that they think is, you know, related to video games, and they interview people. Anyway, yeah, brilliant place to buy stuff. We like stuff like that. Oof. Look at this. This is. How's anyone meant to read that? I used to read this, did I? An interview with Kevin Droney, the guy who wrote Mortal Kombat the movie. A little bit confused of this page, is the truth, if I'm honest. I don't really understand. Okay, what that is. Oh, comparing the. Oh, no, it's brilliant. Comparing the different versions of Mortal Kombat 3, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, and Megas. Alright, now what's this? Other stuff. So let's have a look at a few of these articles. There's a couple of interesting ones here. Street Fighter 3, an Ultra exclusive. We've mentioned the exclusive Street Fighter 3 several times in recent issues of Other Stuff. That's the name of this section. Now here's the news everyone has been waiting for, and Team Gamefan has it first. Street Fighter 3 will debut in arcades with the first or second quarter, okay, don't worry about that, in 96, right? With a summer release expected for the home version. But this is where it gets really interesting, and I agree. Sources at Nintendo have informed us that Street Fighter 3 will be available exclusively for the Ultra 64 for 1 year, beginning with the game's Nintendo Ultra 64 release next summer. All other home versions will be released in the summer of 97. Well, in my opinion, that never happened. So that's to me that's an interesting one, because that was meant to happen, that Street Fighter 3 was going to be exclusive to Nintendo 64. It never happened. And what's this here? Nintendo Ultra 64 controller specs, and as you can see, it's very different to well, it's not very different, but it's different to what eventually came out. Anything else in here? Oh yeah, this one's quite good. So internet weren't what it was back then to what it is now, and it just says a little bit of information about Sony's website and saying how brilliant it is, but it's not up or something at the minute, or something like that anyway. But yeah, this is quite interesting as well. Nick Rocks Japan now. Quite good. Like stuff like that. As I said, this magazine was good at covering imports and stuff. And there's the proof of it. All the stuff games that are going on in Japan or out in Japan. What's this here? What's this? Crap! These are parts of the reviews continued. Jumping Flash continued from page 28. Terrible! What am I reading? A map? Anyway, the Postmeister. So, the letters page. Best section. Used to be amazing. Let's have a look at a couple of them, right? Alright, we'll go straight away with this one. I like this. First, I want to say thanks for the great mag. Don't care about that. I am writing because Capcom happens to be my favourite company due to their incredible fighting games. But even though they make great games, they haven't always made the greatest decisions. My statement refers to how many sequels Street Fighter 2 they have cranked out with so little difference. What's he on about? Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, Turbo, Super Turbo. They're all brilliant. What are you on about? So, have they learned their lesson from all the criticism they've received? Criticism? Brilliant. Or are they going to pull off the same stunt with their new games? Darkstalkers already has a sequel. My question comes down to this. Are they going to deprive us again? Are they going to give us the latest version? Because if that's the way they're going to play, I'm not buying. Okay? He just doesn't want upgrades. He just wants them to make the best Street Fighter 2, then give it to him, rather than give him loads of different iterations. One more thing. On the PSX, is it possible to add extra levels to a game via the memory card slots? Okay. This would be cool for Capcom. That way, when they decide to come out with a semi-sequel to a game versus loyal consumers, us loyal consumers, this is too small this, don't have to shell out our hard-earned money on a whole new game. Right. 1995, he's got his head screwed on here. Obviously the memory card is too small for that. But it's a brilliant idea. He's basically already chatting about DLC and going, upgrade the game. Don't make me buy a whole new game. Give me the levs and I'll, send them to me or whatever, and I'll put them on my memory card and I'll upgrade the game myself. Good thinking. But he's wrong about the Street Fighter upgrades. They're all brilliant. This guy says they used to do brilliant loads of stuff, not just Street Fighter, and now they don't. Okay, what else has he replied here? He said Alpha's a brand new Streets. Yeah, fair ingers. Street Fighter 3's a brand new one. Check out Resident Evil. Yeah, so he's done him. Right, so that's the letters page. It's obviously a lot more. And that's it. Probably one of the best sections. Look how small this stuff is. But buying, trading. Look at this adverts that had Neo CD on it. Brilliant. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Neo. This is a good one. Look at this. Jap logo. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, so the back of it. Dragon Ball, look. Weren't that powers in the UK, in England back then, but it was doing powers then. Oh, and finally, another crap advert. Look at this. What is that in the middle? The Force of Evil has an ugly face. The Force of Good has an even uglier one. What is that? Okay, oh, it's half and half. So you've got a wolf and then just two normal eyes. Massive space taken up for a crap shot. A few screenshots. And then a pack shot turned on its side. What the flip is this? Turn it round. Bad. This. Look at this. The adverts in here have been very, very poor. Oh. And there's the back. Anyway. That was way longer than I thought it was going to be. And there you go. That was a peek into what was going on in the video games world 27 years ago in 1995, courtesy of Gamefan. Thanks very much and see you later.